Okay. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Wal asr. Innal insana lafi khusr. Illa allazina amanu wa amilu salihati wa tawasaw bil haqqi wa tawasaw bis sabr. So this is a very short surah. It's not the shortest one, but still it's one of the short surahs in the Quran. And inshallah, let's do the analysis first. And then inshallah, we can see that if we can draw, inshallah, some benefits from the text of this surah as well. Okay, let's begin. So this vow in the start, this vow is vow of jar. You know why? Because if you see after vow al-asri, first of all, al-asri is a ism. And clear sign is alif lam in the start and ending with kasra. It has two signs of ism. So even if we don't know the meanings of al-asr, but we still know from just looking at the word that it is a ism. And because it is in jar status, so we will say that this vow is not vow of conjunction, it is vow of harf jar. That is one point. Second point is, and please remember this point inshallah forever, in the list of huruf jar, all of those letters which we call harf jar, for example, ba, ta, kaf, lam, waw, and all the rest, from them, there are few of them which serve the purpose of taking an oath. And vow is one of them. Vow of preposition only comes to take an oath. Likewise, ba of preposition also comes to take oath, but that is not necessarily the case. For example, if I say be he, with it, or with him. Now, in this case, this ba is not ba of oath, but there can be ba which comes for oath. For example, if I say billahi, now I'm taking an oath. So ba can serve the purpose of taking oath, but not necessarily. And the third word is ta. Ta is one of the prepositions, and same like the vow, ta also serve only the role of taking an oath. So from the list of preposition, vow and ta, these two always come for oath. If I say tallahi, as I can say wallahi, I can also say billahi, or I can say tallahi. Both of them are serving, all of them, ba, ta, and vow, are serving the role of oath. Vow and ta always, and ba sometime. Last point. When you take an oath, obviously after oath, then you say something. For example, if you say, I swear by Allah, and then you will say something, you'll make a statement. So this first part is called, in Arabic, we call this first part when you take an oath, we call this one in Arabic qasam. That to take an oath, right? And whatever statement you make after taking the oath, that statement in Arabic, we call it jawabul qasam. It is same word qasam. I just added this lam here. So qasam and jawabul qasam, right? Which means that wal asri, from technical point of view, wal asri will be called qasam. Now, what is the meaning of asr? Asr has the meaning of time. There are many words in Arabic language which gives the meaning of time. For example, ad-dahr, dal, ha, and ra, dahr. Dahr also mean time. Asr also mean time. And there are other words as well. So the property of Asr is, or you can say the connotation of Asr is that a time which is passing very quickly, a quickly running time. When you are running, a short of time, this time particularly is called Al Asr. And we all know that one of the prayers is called Salatul Asr, same word. And one of the reason our scholars they explain that because after Asr, now time is the time of the day is quickly ending, because especially if you think of winter, when you pray Asr, after 1 hour or few minutes, day is finished. So basically Al Asr or Asr, it gives the meanings of time, but in a very being very specific, that time which is passing very quickly. Okay, now Wow is jar. Wow is jar, and Al Asri is majroor, and this jar majroor has actually played the role of qasam. Wal Asri, by the time. Innal insana lafi khusr. Now, like I said before, now with this word inna, Jawabul Qasam is starting. That what Allah wanted to say after this Qasam. So everything after Al Asri will be counted as, in this case, Jawabul Qasam. Right? So inna, we all know that inna is a particular family. We call it harf nasab. And if you want to call this technical name, I have mentioned sometime in the past as well, harf mushabbah bil fail. This is a technical term if you want to use, or if you simply say harf nasab, that will be correct as well. Al insana, it is the ism of inna, and that is why it is in nasab status. Al insana, nasab status. Okay, and then lam is jar fi husrin. Sorry, I take it back. This lam is not lam of jar, because you know why? Because lam of jar, after the lam of jar, you always have a ism, sometime a clear ism or sometime as an attached pronoun. But we know that pronouns are also ism. Okay, so if you look at this one, this after this lam, you do not have any ism. Secondly, if you recall your level 1, we have discussed lam of emphasis. Emphasis in Arabic, we call it lam of tawqid. So it's called, in Arabic, we call it lam of, you can say lam of tawqid, lam-e tawqid, or tawqid simply mean emphasis. It does not make any change. For example, what I mean by change, you know, lam of preposition always bring a change in the next ism. It change the next ism into jar status. We all know this, but this lam will not do this job. So that is why this lam is different. And where this lam can come, please pay attention. This lam can be attached with mubtada. This lam can be attached with the khabar. This lam can be attached with the harf jar, as in this case attached with the fi. This lam can be attached with the fail as well. So basically this lam is open. You can attach this lam with ism, fail and harf, but it will do that same job. And what is that job? To bring emphasis. Clear? Now, this lam is simply lam of tawqid. Fi husrin. Fi is the jar part and husrin is the majroor part. So this fi husrin is jar and majroor. Now, if you see after husrin, there's nothing else, which means that khabar of inna is missing, right? And we know that when khabar is missing, then you can call jar majroor as your khabar. right? So now you will call this one as khabar of inna. One more time, inna harf nasab, al insan ism of inna, lafi khusrin. Lam is lam of tawqeed, fi khusrin jar majroor, but jar majroor will play the role of khabar of inna. Okay, now let's translate this inna sentence. Inna, indeed, al insana, the mankind or people, lafi khusrin, are, because after mubtada or you put is am are, so indeed mankind is, or indeed people are, fi khusrin, in a loss. But now you will say indeed people are surely in a loss. This word surely is coming because of this lam, right? So wal asr, that was the qasam. Innal insana lafi khusr, that was the jawabul qasam. And inshallah I'll explain to you rest of the part. But before that, if there's any question, please feel free to ask your questions. Illa, this next word illa, some of us, we know already the meaning of illa. Illa means except. Illa comes for exception. Now please pay attention. Look at this one. If I say that everyone is good to go except Ahmed. So did you notice this point? If I say everyone is good to go except Ahmed. So whenever you have this sentence in which you use the word except, you say something before except and you say something after except, right? For example, let's suppose if I say that all went except Ali. I say something before except, I say something after except, and then I said the word except. Now let's understand the Arabic words for all of these three parts. Okay. This thing, what comes before except, we call this thing in Arabic mustasna minhu. Mustasna minhu. Mustasna mean exempted. Minhu, from this or from it, exempted from it. Okay. And this word itself is called harf istasna. Istasna. And what comes after, we call this one mustasna. Mustasna. This is seen and this is sa. Mustasna. Okay. So these are the three parts. Harf istasna. What comes after is called mustasna. What comes before is called mustasna minhu. And together it complete one thing together. As you can see, if I say all went except, and I stop here, you did not get the complete message. So what comes before except, and what comes after except, it together make one statement. Clear? Now let's see that what is happening here. Now illa will be called harf istasna. Na, and what came before will be called this whole sentence mustasna minhu. Mustasna minhu, which means that we are exempting from this one. Okay. So, and then what is coming after? Let's see what is it. Allazina is a mawsool. Amanu is the sila. Wow is connector. Amilu, sila number 2. Amilu as-salihati. Complete sentence. Amilu, inshallah, I explain to you the whole thing, but let's first take the bigger picture, okay? Then again, wow is the connector, which means that tawasaw bil haqqi, sila number 3. Then wow is connecting, tawasaw bis sabri, sila number 4, which means that allazina was ism mausul. Please pay attention. Allazina was ism mausul. Then amanu wa amilu salihati wa tawasaw bil haqqi wa tawasaw bis sabri. The whole thing will become the sila. Why? Because all of them are connected. Okay. Amanu is connected to amilu salihat. And then wa tawasaw bil haqq is also connected with the previous one. Tawasaw bis sabr is also connected. So what I'm saying is this. Let me rub this thing. So this allazina amanu wa amilu salihati. This is the mausul and sila together. Jumlatul mausula. And inside of this jumlatul mausula, allazina is the mausul, and this rest of whole thing, this and this together, they are all in the bucket of sila. Mausul and sila together, jumlatul mausula. Right? Now look at this one. Innal insana lafi khusr. It came before the word except. It was mustasna minhu. Illa was the harf istasna, and then this rest of the whole thing is in the bucket of mustasna. Because you remember there are 3 things. What came before the word except? This one. Then the word except itself, this one. And then what came after the word except? This one. When I will translate it, inshallah, it will make more. I will still, inshallah, come into amanu in a minute, but let me translate it to make sense of what I'm saying. Innal insana lafi khusr. We translated before that indeed mankind is surely in a loss. Illa, except allazina amanu, those who believed, wa amilu salihati, and they perform righteous deed, wa tawasaw bil haqqi, and they give advice of haqq, or they give counseling of haqq, wa tawasaw bis sabri, and they gave counseling or advice of sabr. Okay, so did you notice that all of them are basically giving you this one thing, that who are the exempted people? Illa allazina amanu wa amilu salihati wa tawasaw bil haqqi wa tawasaw bis sabr. All of that was connected. Right? Now, like I said before, that all went except Ahmad. That whole thing makes one statement. In this case, innal insana lafi khusr. This is the part before the word except. Then illa is the word except. Allazina amanu wa amilu salihati wa tawasaw bil haqqi wa tawasaw bis sabr. That is the part which came after the word except, which means that this is inshallah a very important point, that everything from innal insana all the way till end is one statement of the same nature as I gave the example of all went except Ali. Same, that whole thing is one statement. In the same way, innal insana all the way till end is one statement. And that one statement, now last point will be this, that this whole one statement is your jawab-e-qasam. and this thing was qasam. Why I call the whole thing Jawab Qasam? I told you already that because the whole thing is the like of all went except Ali. Okay. Now it means that the whole surah is just two things, Qasam and Jawab Qasam. Right? Now, last point, inshallah, then you can ask me any of your questions. Allazina was ism mawsool. Amanu is fail madi number 3. So this was the sila number 1, and then amilu is also fail madi number 3, and amilu is the fail, and as-salihati is the maf'ul, because when you say amilu, they did what? As-salihati, righteous deed. Okay, then wow, then tawasaw, again this tawasaw is again, it is your fail madi, and in the madi chart it is at number 3. Tawasaw, they did counseling bil haq, with the truth, and then tawasaw is again same. So what I'm saying is that the all of these silas, they are actually on their own a jumla of fail madi. So there are 4 sentences of fail madi. Amanu itself is a complete sentence. It has fail, it has built-in file whom. Amilu, as-salihat together is a complete sentence. Amilu is fail and file, as-salihat is the maf'ul. Then tawasaw is the fail, and bil haqqi is the mutalliq bil fail. Then tawasaw is fail, and bis sabri is the mutalliq bil fail. So this was the explanation of all the sila. Now inshallah you are more than welcome to ask your question.